So, we're going to do a little distant preview of a special event, which I'm guessing that we'll get, even though it's going to be past the 30th anniversary, because that stops being a thing in 11 days. But I got it ETA'd for May 9th. It's this far in the future. It's always going to be a couple weeks off, but it's going to be in that ballpark. So let's take a look at the event. It's Final Fantasy 1 focused. Nothing new, just relic banners, so it's going to be a quick one. Banner. Okay, we've got 4 up top with Warrior of Light's UOSB, Warrior of Light's USB, Warrior of Light's Chain Soul Break, and Garland's USB. So it's a heavy Warrior of Light here. It's a lot of footnotes. Holy, holy, dark. That's Garland's USB, right? Yeah, Garland's USB is a plus dark 6-star. That's nice. Holy, dark, holy, and wind. Because that's Thief's crazy Legend Materia. Well, anyway, let's take a look at the slow breaks. Warrior of Light's UOSB. 3 single target overflow holy. Those are the best kind. There's 2 different types of UOSBs. One is this one that hits 3 times for overflow damage. And the other one is it hits 20 times for regular. And then once for overflow. It's meant for stacking chains. And it does that pretty well. But usually, overall, you're looking for these. Because the multiplier on the damage dealt is much higher. So this is great, and it is a holy sword as well, and so is his USB. You know, I don't think that a lot of people are going to be looking for holy swords as much anymore at this point in the game, because this is going to be far into the future. But hey, if you do, then this is going to be a great banner for that. So yeah, that's awesome, and it's pretty easy to explain. Oh, just to put the damage that it does into perspective. It's a 24.0 multiplier. Normal US or OSBs in our current game state is about 12.0. So it does twice the amount of damage over 3 hits, which is nice because we cap out on a lot of our OSB hits right now. Especially when, you know, an element is considered, so not being limited to 100,000 or 200,000 damage is nice. It's limited to 300,000. Next up is Warrior of Light's USB, which is kind of, it's one of those old USBs. The X mode is kind of pathetic. Wait a second. That's USB 2. Never mind. Let's take a look at it. 10 single attacks grants Attach Holy and X Prophetic Warrior. What does Prophetic Warrior do? This is a good thing, by the way. His USB 1 is... It's only okay even by our standards, so this far into the future, it's kind of... Prophetic Warrior. Night abilities deal 5, 10, 15, 20, or 30% more damage at ability rank 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Casts a bright finisher when removed. Okay, well, I was starting to fall asleep on this one. But End Holy plus 30% damage as long as your ability is rank 5. That's a lot of damage. And it casts Bright Finisher, which I'm guessing is one of those finishers that scales with the amount of damage that you did while that 15-second status was active. And it sounds like he does a hell of a lot of damage, so I really like this so far. Deals damage for 30%, 35% of the damage dealt with holy attacks, and breaks the damage cap. Ooh, boy. Yep, this is a far cry from his USB 1. That is amazing. So we have one of the best UOSBs in the game paired up with, in my opinion, is there any other Holy Soul Break that can contend with that? It's plus 50% damage from Unholy, plus 30% damage from the rank boost, and plus 35% more from the finisher. It's just damage in your face. Oh my god. I just realized that's light armor. No, it's not. It's heavy armor. It's heavy armor. Plus holy heavy armor 6-star. Ooh, whoa. Alright, this is a good start to this banner. Wow. Next up, we have Warrior of Light's Chain. It's Chain. HP Sock 2000 to the entire party and Holy Element Chain. Yeah, we have one in our current festival on Banner 5. It's very, very good. And it doesn't stop being good even this far into the future. That's how good chains are. Because it's basically adding a percentage damage modifier to the army, or to the party that scales with the party. So, as long as the game keeps scaling, chains will always be relevant unless something that does chains becomes better than chains. So, even this is a fantastic thing on this banner. And lastly, we have an extremely good USB from Garland, which is 10 single target Dark Non-Elemental Physical and Dark, gain Quick Cast 1, and additionally cast Chase of Chaos when using Darkness abilities. What Chase of Chaos does is it drain strikes. So he heals himself after every single time he uses a Darkness ability, as well as doing damage. So what this does is it opens Garland up with his USB to being one of the powerful users of Crimson Cross, Crimson Cross, which has a multiplier that rivals Snow Spell Strike. If you want an example of how powerful it is, that's a very good USB. So, stellar, all aces on the top of this banner. Really like it. Oh, and just to make everything worse, and this makes everything worse, we have Warrior of Light's Flash Art. 0 cast time, Unholy and Unholy Stack. Unholy Stack doesn't do a whole lot for casting Soul Breaks, but Unholy Stack does a lot for using abilities. Let's see. It's important for me to illustrate how good this is for him and that USB too. And I do that in the Final Fantasy VII event, I believe, that just happened. Oh my goodness. I could have swore the link was here. Shoot. Well, this was the first Oh, I did see it. I saw it. Bam. It's a little asterisk, but I found it. And element stacking. So what element stacking is, you if you have the status, all you need is the status, and that allows you to stack your N elements. The first stage, which we've always been accustomed to, is 50% more damage with abilities, 80% more damage with soul breaks. And what I was saying is that it's only a 10% increase each time you stack more on soul breaks. But abilities, if you're able to stack your N elements, is a 20% damage boost at first, and then goes all the way up to 100%, matching soul breaks. It's almost overkill, considering how much damage Warrior of Light was doing with his USB there. But still, this is a really good thing for Warrior of Light to have. Flash arts, or flash tech, or what are we calling it? Flash art. Okay, is a mini soul break. It's a half soul break. It only costs half of a bar, and it's, if you have a soul break to use after it, it is always worth using, because it increases the damage of that soul break by 80%. So, I mean, well, think about that. If it costs half of a soul break, but increase the damage of your next soul break by 80%, it pays for itself almost immediately, and it provides you with an unholy stack. So all you need to do is use this flash art and its USB, and you'll be put up to 2 stacks of unholy, because the flash art itself gives you 1 stack. Then you get a second stack from his USB too. So that gives you 70% extra damage, the 30% from his X mode, and then 35% more from that overflow attack at the end of his X mode. And while you're using his X mode, you're probably going to want to pair that up with either, Assault Saber or Guardbringer, both of which are 5 hits. They're not just those puny little 4-hit 5-star abilities that we have right now. At this point in the game, Guardbringer and Assault Saber are 5 hits. So with all these stacks of Unholy and his damage boost, he's going to be doing 50,000 damage a turn. Wow. It's making my head spin, just thinking about how much damage Warrior of Light's going to put out. All right, so that's flash art. So Burst Soul Break section, we got 5 of them. Warrior of Light's Ultimate Shield, very, very old Burst Soul Break, but it's plus Holy Armor, and that's fine. I'll take that. I mean, I can't ask for much more at this point in the game from the Burst Soul Break section. Garland's Claymore, which is a Burst Soul Break 2, is a dark copy of Squall's Burst Soul Break 2. Wow. So that's actually just a USB class Burst Soul Break. If this banner wasn't disgusting as it already was. Sarah's Burst Soul Break, probably not like... It's not as good as it has been for us, but it's still a Holy Robe. That's good by itself. That's something fine getting from the Burst Soul Break section. And honestly, it is a good burst. It is a good healer burst. Granting Magic Blank to the party and having a Medica command and an instant cast command 1. It is one of the better healer bursts in the entire game. So, again, that's value that you don't normally see from the Burst Soul Break section of a banner. Next up, we have Master's Burst, which is very old, but still one of the best sources of non-elemental damage in the game. It's kind of nuts. I don't know how valuable non-elemental damage will be at this point in the game, but at least it's not some throwaway burst, like the next one is. I suppose it's not throwaway, because it's 0 cast time entry, but Thief's Burst Soul Break is 0 cast time, 10 single target, win bio, and enemy attack and defense minus 50%. Okay, at this point in the game, there are a couple non-Magicite things where this debuff is going to be effective, and if this debuff is effective, this is a really good burst. Right, Will. Her burst, Sarah's burst is on Sarah, and Sarah is a good healer. She has one of the best legend dives she has the best legend dive of all healers. She just shares that one, or that dive with others. And she's also a bard. Yeah, so, yeah. So anyway, back to Thief. It's a 0 cast time. So if you're able to capitalize on this attack and defense minus 50% debuff, this is a really good support burst. Remains to be seen. Like, I don't really know what the state of the game is at that point. I know really the hardest content in the game they're facing is 4-star Magicite, so I don't expect it to be much different than ours right now, but I still think this is a nice burst to have in the bag, because attack and defense is a powerful debuff. Legend Materia Relics. Oh, man. This is just crazy. Warrior of Light gets an LMR 2 that starts him with Unholy. And why this is significant is that Unholy stack takes into consideration your previous Holy stack. So if you use his Flash Art and you have the Unholy from the start of the battle, the Flash Tech gives you 2 stacks. It places you at 2 stacks, because you start out the battle with 1, then you use the Flash Tech and you get a 2nd, then you use his USB and you get a 3rd. Now you're doing 100% extra holy damage with abilities. Alright, the Relic is fire resistance. Thank goodness something not as good about something of Warrior of Lights on this banner. Finally. Garland's Legend Materia. When critical HP, basically, it's an LMR version of a trance mode. There's no real mode. There's no special thing to it. It just, he fills himself to 100% health at 20 when he drops below 20%, and he grants himself quick cast for 15 seconds. So everything that Garland does for 15 seconds is half cast time. And this is an excellent Legend Materia Relic. It's almost as powerful as a Legend Materia 2 class, because the important part of quick trance modes for people, say, Shantoto or Terra is a perfect example. Terra gives herself a lot of stats and grants herself quick cast. Quick cast is the important part of that. The stats are okay, but you want the quick cast, and this LMR just gets rid of the stats. That's fine. If I can take the quick cast, I'm in. So this is really an awesome Legend Materia Relic. Sarah's Legend Materia Relic. Low chance to trigger Medica when using Bard abilities. This is a really good Legend Materia Relic, because Sarah is a Bard 6. And Allegro Con Moto is an amazing ability for mage teams. So this is an option if you're using Sarah on a mage team. It's her USB at this point, which is probably going to make her worth including onto teams. But if you're using her on a mage team and you got Allegro Con Moto on her, I mean, why not give her a chance to Medica when she's using it? It's really, really a good Legend Materia. And if not, Healer LM1s are really good anyway. And then we get our meme of the banner, which is Thief's Legend Materia Relic, Lucky Thief. Medium chance to increase enemy gil drops by 30% when equipping daggers. It's so bad it's good. There's nothing more worthless in the game. But it is a plus wind bracer. No, hat. Plus 1 hat. Wow. 28 magic. It's a pretty good relic. Because of course it is. This banner couldn't have anything bad on it. This banner doesn't have anything bad on it. Even the bad bursts are elemental relics. I want this banner right now. Career Summoner says, the very apt line of Warrior of Light finally living up to his name. Yeah. Yep. I'm in. Count me in. What's everyone else got to say? Is this a chase banner? Who can say? It's that far into the future. Got a ETA for May. But, probably, yeah. Things change, though. It's a long time. Long time. Isn't Garland's chase a ridiculous amount of hits? I don't know. Let's check.
Are you drunk?
Thank you very much, Jimbo.
Enough.
Thanks for the preview.
You forgot your sharp charity, Jimbo. No, it's only 2 hits. Oh, animations, right. We're not done until animations are done. Oh, and these better be good. Wall, they've just forgotten about that character, and thank goodness. Garland doesn't have anything new. Nothing new for Thief. Nothing new for Master. Nothing new for Sarah. It's really all just Warrior of Light. I take it this is UOSB, this is USB 2, and this is Flash Tech. Too late, Ultima Bot. You missed it. I'm in. And that sword relic sprite looks really good. Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. And thank you very much, Asher and Jimbo. That was the UOSB. Let's see if this USB 2 is good. SN Perry, thank you very much for the sub. Appreciate that.
Are you drunk?
タイム
That's Assault Saber. 5-star whole or knight ability. Let's see it. Let's see the chase. That was great. It was short, sweet, and powerful. Loved it. Yeah, it's a cap-breaking chase. It's not a chase, it's a finisher. So after the 15-second X mode is complete, it automatically goes off and adds 35% of the damage that was dealt during. So it's nice that it's not limited. Like, say, Alphanos, for instance, is 5 hits. So it's limited to 50,000 damage, which is admittedly a lot, but... I feel like with all of Warrior of Light's things that appear on this banner, you're going to need more than that 50,000 damage cap. I'll absolutely take that 100,000 any day. Let's take a look at his flash tech. These are never really that interesting, but they usually just pose and give himself unholy, and that's it. That's it. And that's it for new stuff on the banner. Which, you know, kind of makes sense that I like this banner as much as I do, because out of nowhere, Final Fantasy 1 became one of those super realms. Almost everybody in the realm is extremely good. Or at least they keep giving us banners with the extremely good characters. Master, Sarah, Garland, and Warrior of Light. I just wish they'd pay a little more attention to Echo. I don't... Wall is a weirdo. I don't know. I've never liked him, but I never played Mobius, so I don't know. My only exposure is Record Keeper, and Record Keeper Wall is just bad. But I always liked what they were trying to do with Echo. Like, she's a dancer mage, and she has Bard as well. She was like a mage support. It was always kind of neat, and they stopped. I don't know why they stopped.